2611 plotter David Coleman Headley has been sentenced to 35 years of imprisonment. Remember, Rahul was used as a code by David Headley in his email conversation with the LET bosses. Later, investigating agency were able to crack the code and it was Rahul Bhatt, son of renowned director Mr. Mahesh Bhatt, an actor himself. Of course, later the investigating agencies gave him a clean sheet, who also co-authored a book called David and Headley and I. To talk more on the sentencing to David Coleman Headley, I'm joined by Rahul Bhatt. Rahul, thank you so much for speaking with NDTV. First of all, your first reaction, do you think 35 years of imprisonment is appropriate, or do you think a harsher sentence could have been awarded to him?
Absolutely not. He should have been extradited to India, Mumbai, and been made to face trial here in Mumbai. That would have been justice for those 2611 victims.
So you think 35 years of imprisonment is not appropriate?
35 years of imprisonment in a US jail? No way. It's going to be luxury for him. No way. He should have either been given the death sentence here in Mumbai or made to rot in an Indian jail.
Okay. Rahul, you have seen two images of Headley. One is as a friend whom you parted with, and the other is the person who is responsible for an attack of your own city. Does this seem to be surreal? How will you define or tell about David Headley?
Well, nobody can exactly tell you about David Headley because he suffers from a mixed personality disorder. There's David Coleman Headley and there's Dawood Gilani. This East and West, this dichotomy of personalities. So I was exposed to the David Headley, the American David Coleman Headley, who was also known as AKA David Armani, because he loved Armani clothing, he loved dogs, he loved children, loved Indian food, Indian women, everything about India. So that was what I was exposed to. But I didn't know about this Dawood Gilani, this heinous, sinister side of him. Yeah, and.
Did that come as a shock to you when you actually realized who the person was?
Well, of course it did come to a tremendous shock. A sense of betrayal and contempt towards David Coleman Headley.
You and your family went through a very bitter patch, Many of, sometimes even Mr. Mahesh Bhatt referred, saying that you've been hailed as a terrorist. What was your experience that time around?
Well, I can just sum it up in one brief sentence. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It's all over now. It's all behind me. My life is categorized as before Headley and after Headley. Before Headley, I was a nobody. After Headley, it's notoriety, infamy, Mr. Infamy, and slowly I'm converting it into fame. Okay. So, yeah.
Okay, you have also co-authored this book, Headley and I. Why did you do this? What was the reason behind it?
Because I had to give my version of the raw, uncut truth. That's what India had to know. The people of India had to know. Wherever I go, be it on an aeroplane, or an airport, anywhere, the first thing people itch to ask me is about David Coleman Headley. So I decided to put everything at rest and come out with a book which serves like an historical document which people can refer to whenever they feel like, and not keep asking me, badgering me with questions.
Okay, any anecdote that you would like to share about Headley? Well, you told that he loved Indian food, Indian women. Any anecdote you would like to share with us?
He loved Bipasha Basu also. So, yeah.
Anything from your book?
Well, I urge people to get the book, try and get the book and read it, please, because it reads like a film. It's the truth in it, and I've been very lucky to get a master crime investigative journalist like Hussain Zaidi to come on board, and who's articulated my thoughts, my innermost desires very responsibly. So yeah, and the book's going to be made into a movie now. So.
Okay, you have also spoken about extradition or law, saying that the plea bargain, which in a way stops the investigating agency to get him back in India. Do you think an extradition of David Coleman was very, very necessary?
But India and America do have an extradition treaty.
Yeah, but we can't get it.
That is the hypocrisy of the US. On one hand they talk about helping in counter-terrorism, and then there's this hypocrisy. When they want suspects from Pakistan, they go and pick them up whenever they feel like. But with David Headley, there's hypocrisy and there are a lot of things to hide, which the Americans have to hide. Yeah.
Do you think there will always be a question mark on who David Coleman Headley really is?
Oh yes, yes.
He's an enigmatic personality according to you?
Oh yes, he is. Yeah.
And what do you think, what are the questions that will always remain unanswered?
Who he really worked for? Who did he report to?
Hmm.
Did the Americans know all along?
Hmm.
They did report to the Indian agencies. Why didn't the agencies act?
Hmm.
Lot of questions, but that will only be answered if he's got to Indian soil and interrogated in a sterile atmosphere. That was a doctored environment. So, the rest is history.
Okay. Thank you so much, Rahul. So Rahul there telling that extradition of David Headley would have been very, very important, and he getting convicted in an Indian court, tried here in a court, would have been a better justice for the people who are the victims of 26/11. In Mumbai with camera person Anand Malipur, Rashmi Rajput for NDTV.